Hello and welcome back to the Off-Grid family. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and a review of the Centauri Carbon. Now, a lot of people have done unboxing and reviews of these. I have not, obviously, and my wife bought it for me for Christmas, and she's let me have it as an early Christmas present because I would have completely nagged until she'd have had to give in anyway. This cost me this amount of money on the screen. Obviously, Crystal bought it, but that's how much it cost. And yeah, I'm just going to unbox it, do a review, and then this is going to turn up a lot in my videos now because I would like to get a lot of 3D printing done. I've got so many projects coming up that involve basically a 3D printer, and it got to a point with my other 3D printers that I was getting fail rates that were too high to warrant using. So this is supposed to be a very good 3D printer, and it's supposed to be very reliable, etc. So I will make my own mind up. As I say, it's bought with our own money, so my review is my review and it's all honest, etc. So let's dig in and have a look. Okay, right at the top of the box we have the user manual and a user guide, and I believe this is probably, yeah, how to sort of set it up for the first time use to like unscrew the bits that need unscrewing that are only there for transportation and so on. Okay, so this, yeah, is the lid, the roof, the top bit. And now we're into the main 3D printer, so okay, so immediately I can tell you that this is well packaged. There is a lot of foam in it, and there's a lot of places where it's been very well protected, and hopefully it's, you know, because it's got through the packaging and so on completely unscathed, because that was the thing I was worried about, that it'd been bumped and like damaged, because it can be quite hard to get hold of replacements in a decent amount of time. That's the negatives I've heard of anyway. No, I'm not going to pull that out from the top yet, and I'll see if it comes out from the bottom. Oh, well, from the door. Oh, you bugger. Left a nice little sticky bit on there. Oh, it's on the thing of the glass anyway, that's fine. The film. Right, now I'll leave that there for a sec till I've got the door open. Okay, so so yeah, that's in there tight. We've got another box of bits. Now, in the instructions, it obviously says to take this off, so that is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to follow the rest of the instructions to get this set up properly. Now it's time for the roof, the lid, and I will not be letting go of this while I do this. Okay, and that goes down. Okay, let's have a look what's in the box. Again, it's very well packaged. We have the touch screen, the UK power supply, we have some of their glue stuff. I'm assuming this is grease, yeah. And then the tools you need, and a free bit of PLA and a little stabby device in case you get, you know, it's nozzle blockage. And then for the spool holder, no, for the spool, this is the spool holder. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a professional. Couple of things I've noticed with this model compared to other people's models. Number one, there is a better light, and it's up in the top right hand corner, and it's much brighter than all of the ones where they, you know, where people have spoken about it. And I will use that just as our first test to see if that's enough to light it up, or whether I'd need a better light for when we're doing recording. And also, people were saying about the cooling fan and the output fan and all that were too noisy, and they never turned off, but they have turned off and it's silent almost. Okay, I wasn't going to record this, however, it's been going for like 2 minutes maximum, and it's already at 17%. That was my first print, and it took a whopping 15 minutes and 21 seconds. And I kid you not, I've never seen something work that fast, like 3D printing wise. All of my 3D printers would have died at that speed. Like, it's just insane. This is going to be an extremely useful tool for me. We're going to see this a lot more. Now let's have a look at what the quality was like. It's great if it's fast, but it's got to be good quality too. Have a little bit. There we go. Blank and neck. Tiny bit of stringing, but only tiny. I've not done anything obviously to this. Okay, so over the last few days I've gone a bit 3D printer mad, and it's because I'm not used to having a decent 3D printer, to be honest with you. I've been able to do huge 3D prints that, you know, I wasn't worried about them failing. And if you can tell me who this guy is here, you win a prize of nothing at all. Sorry about all the shadowing, but I can't be bothered to turn my proper lights on. But yeah, I've been just 3D printing and I've had no problems at all. And I've even had a power cut halfway through a print and it still came out absolutely perfect. In fact, it was this ring and the power cut turned it off, and literally about 3 minutes later it came back on. It said, "Do you want to resume?" I pressed resume and it came off the bed, being able to still turn. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I've had no problems at all. And I've got stuff here for an upgrade video. I'm going to upgrade the whole thing with what I can. Then I've got my sort of useful stuff, which I'll talk you through eventually. And like, this is the scraper that you get with it, etc. And then phone stands and various things. This is for another project coming up. And then we've got some more, you know, in the realms of fun, but absolutely brilliant quality. Okay, let's do my first ever sitting down outro, I think. This is an incredible tool. I absolutely love it. I've printed out so many things and I'm already working on 3 different projects that I could not have done with any of my other 3D printers. The amount of freedom this thing gives me compared to any of my other 3D printers, I've had no failures yet. It's 100% success rate, so I'm just blown away, and I've printed some crazy stuff. And also, because of where I live, it's very, very cold. And so having it in an enclosure just means that I don't have to shout at everyone to keep doors shut when they walk in and out, because literally I just get so much separation through the layer lines if just one door's open. But I've got no problems with this at all. And one of my favourite things is this. Okay, this doesn't seem fast enough. Why don't we go to sport speed? No, ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed! Ludicrous speed! Ludicrous speed! Ludicrous speed!
Having ludicrous mode on a 3D printer just brings me so much joy and so much happiness. But this is just such an amazing piece of kit. And as I say, I bought this myself. This is all my own words. I'm not sponsored or affiliated in any way. But if you do want to, you know, sponsor me, if I was to get asked which 3D printer I would suggest someone buy, whether they're being a, you know, just as a fun little hobby, or whether they want to use it for something a little bit more purposeful, as long as it's only single filament printer, although they are bringing out a dual filament thing, but I don't know when that is, I would suggest this one. The price is amazing, and just the quality of the prints, the ease of use. My sister came over the other day and she was really interested in it, and within about 15 minutes I taught her how to use it, from basically novice to she owns a 3D printer that she's never used, and I was able to explain this to her in a matter of minutes, compared to her having this other 3D printer which she has struggled with for years and just basically given up on. My brother and his son came over the other day and they saw it and they're talking about getting one as well. So it's just one of these things that once you see the quality of the prints and the ease of use and all that, you just sort of want it. So, you know, if you are looking for a cheap, an affordable 3D printer that basically does everything you need and without having to mess about too much, this is the printer for you. I really, really do recommend it. When this 3D printer first got released and it was sort of in its beta period kind of thing, there was a lot of, not a lot of negatives, but there were a few things that just didn't quite work. And all of the YouTubers that had got given one did their reviews, and they all found the same sort of things that were a problem. So I'm going to actually do a video on that on its own, just to show whether they've upgraded them or whether they've left it as is. And it's just going to be interesting to see how many things that they listened to and changed at their own expense, obviously. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to my Patreons, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.